The Sycamore Technology Group would like to welcome and thank you for watching, due to popular demand, today's training module.
This video is going to focus on how to share files through Google Drive. One of the major benefits of working with Google Docs through Google Drive is the ability to share and collaborate with others. Working with traditional software like Microsoft Word, collaboration is tedious. You would have to email the file or use another method of getting the file to the person or people you would like to have access the file. Only one person could edit a document at a time. That person would have to save changes and send it back out to everyone again. And then you would have to keep track of which version of the file is the most recent. With Google Docs through Google Drive, this all changes. With Google Drive, you can keep files private, or you have the ability to share your files. With Google Docs, you can share to as many or as few people as you choose. You can choose if you want certain people to only be able to view your document, or if you want to give them full editing access. You can have as many as 50 people logged in and working on the same document at the same time. The possibilities for collaboration really is awesome. Now that your mind is thinking about how you can take advantage of this technology, let's take a look at how it works. Any file that is created directly in My Drive, not inside another folder, is private by default. It is not shared with anyone. There are several ways to view and change your share options. From within the document, I can click on the blue Share button at the top right corner. This will bring up the share settings. I can also go to the Google Drive page, select the file I want to work with, and click on the share icon, which is this little icon of the person with a plus sign next to it, up here at the right side of the screen. And a third way to get to the share setting is to right-click the file and select Share. All three of these methods will take you to the same place. Once you have gone to the share settings, there are quite a few options to choose from. Starting at the top, there is an option to Get a Shareable Link. If you click on that text, it will turn on link sharing, so that anyone who has the link can view that file. Once link sharing is on, you can then change it so that anyone who has the link can either just view, comment, or if they can edit the file. You then get a link that you can share with whoever you wish to give access to your document. This link can then be emailed out, put in a newsletter, or however you want to disperse the link. If you turn on link sharing and decide later that you want to turn it off, simply switch it to off. You do not have to turn on link sharing if you do not want to have such a general audience to your document. If you want to have more control over your file, just below you can enter in specific names or email addresses of people you would like to give access to. You can either enter one name at a time, or you can paste a batch of names or email addresses. Then select the level of permissions you want to grant those people, and click Send. If you want to give different people different permissions, you will have to add the people, set the permissions, and click Send for each permission level. Once you add the name or email address of one person, you will get a box to type in additional notes if you wish. You can put in directions, leave it blank, add a happy note, or whatever you want to in the box. On the right side of the Share Settings box, there is a checkbox that says Notify People. If checked, the people you have selected to share the file with will get an email saying that you have invited them to either view, comment, or edit this document. If you don't select this box, the recipient will not receive any notice that you have shared the file with them, and it will be up to them to notice it in their Shared with Me drive. At the bottom right corner of the Share settings, there is a button that says Advanced. Clicking on this will bring up even more features and options. Now that I have clicked on Advanced, you can see at the top I can share the link, if using link sharing, via Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Below, I can see a more detailed list of everyone who I am sharing the file with. From this list, I can then go back and remove anyone who I might not want to have access to my file anymore, or change the permissions. This can be done for each individual and can be done at any time if you decide you want to change the permissions at another point in time. You can also get a couple of additional options down at the bottom of the settings that you can check mark if you would like to enable them. Once you have it the way you want it, click Done. Now that you have seen how to share files, you may be thinking, do I have to do this for every file? Well, you may have a group of people you share with all the time. For example, at West, we share all of our documents with each other via Google Drive. For you, you might be sharing to your PLC or your department regularly. Here at West, so that we don't have to set up share settings for each and every file that we create, we made a folder. As you can see, this folder is called 2015-2016 West School Documents. Once that folder was created, we shared it with everyone at West School, which I can see if I select the folder and click on the Share Settings icon. The Share Settings come up and I can see a partial list of those that the folder is shared with. If I click on the partial list, the list will expand to show me everyone that is included. Now that this folder has the correct share settings, any document that I create or upload in this folder will take on the same share settings. Let's test this out. To my West School Documents folder, I can see at the top I am in My Drive and then West School Documents. If I make a new file, I will get a warning telling me that I am creating the file in a shared folder. Click OK. I'm going to name it Test, then close it out. If I go back into my newly created file and look at the share settings, I can see that it is shared with the entire West School staff. At this point, I can either keep the share settings the same, or I can add, delete, or change permissions for different people if I wish. Don't worry, since I am on my file, it will only change the settings for this file, not the entire folder. Though this was covered in another video, remember, to access any files that someone has shared with you, you will need to go to the Shared With Me drive. Again, if it is a file that you think you will use regularly, go ahead and add it to My Drive for easy access. That concludes this video on sharing with Google Drive. Thanks for watching.